Filmmakers Lab. Lena, Connery. Filmmakers Lab. Lena, Connery. Filmmakers Lab. Lena, Connery. Filmmakers Lab. Filmmakers. Welcome back to Filmmakers Lab. I am your host, Alina Colleen. And we are here inspiring people and educating people on the filmmakers, on all aspects of filmmaking. Today, my guest is the Queen of the Indies, my good friend, actress, producer, director, Regina Nicole. Yay! I usually start these shows with, the reason why my guests have inspired me, whether I know them or not. I always get inspiration from my guests, one way or the other. And with Regina, I've seen her flow through this industry with every kind of challenge and obstacle that someone can overcome. I've watched her with her family. I mean, a lot of people that I know don't have families and they still have issues with really doing it in this industry. I've watched you do it in this industry with a whole family, kids, husband, and everything. And I've been inspired by that because my daughter's grown and I needed help. And I'm not saying you didn't need help, but you helped me. That's how I know you. We started out on Family on Edge.
Family on Edge.
Yeah. But how did you get started? Because I kind of know your story, but I kind of don't know it. And it's only because I've done my research, but we've never had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
But how did you get started?
I
know it was spoken word.
Yeah, I'm gonna say kind of being hard-headed, if you will. So I got introduced to art, if you will, in high school. My second mom, as I call her, my dad's second wife, she asked me to enter a poetry contest to write something. And at one of those times, it was just that I wrote it, I won the contest, and it was like, oh, okay, I might, maybe this is why I think different. I might need to do artsy stuff. And it ended up being spoken word. Went to Texas and joined a theater program at the college that I was attending. I was going to Texas Women's University.
Right.
And I felt like, having grown up between Texas and California, the people that I always knew, if they wanted to act, then that's what they did. They just acted. Like, if you were going to do theater and try to be esteemed and astute in a certain way, then you would go to New York and you would do that. And so I thought, let me try it. That's just kind of how it went. I was in college and felt like the theater that we were doing was like most, I think, aspiring Black actresses. Is a lot of period pieces where the characters are white. And so you got to learn these dialects and you got to learn these meanings. And not to say that that's a bad thing at all. But once you enrich yourself with many different types of playwrights, it's you just learn that colleges could have did a lot more different types of plays than the same, and to Antoine Chekhov plays and Shakespeare and blah blah blah.
Othello.
Anyways,
right.
But like I said, I like to say I'm half city, half country. So I did grow up around like famous people in and around my family. My grandfather was really good friends with Sammy Davis Jr. And my brother's father's cousin is Patrice Rushen.
Oh.
And then his sister married the father of, so my brother's aunt, her son or her stepson is Rashawn Patterson, the singer.
Rashawn. Oh, yeah.
Rashawn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
The singer. And then like on my mom's side and my grandpa's side. So anyways, that that was like, I had been around it, and if I was going to do it,
it's in your roots, it's in your blood.
It was something to do. But,
right.
I mean, the journey is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't.
The first famous person I met was Antonio Fargas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not going to know who that is.
Okay, so Antonio
No, but it's
Fargas,
okay, though.
I know, right? That's crazy. I'm telling my age. So
Right.
Antonio Fargas, Huggy Bear, who was like
Huggy Bear,
our
yes.
parents' 70s exploitation movie icon type guy. You know what I'm saying? Like actor.
What was that like?
Real big. I mean, it was dope because I kind of finagled my way onto the set by having a homeboy who I used to be a mobile hair braider in Texas.
Okay.
And I used to go to this spot called Reciprocity that Erykah Badu would come to, but it was like one of her really good friends. She had a poetry spot called Reciprocity, and that's how I learned the business of it because I did my first poem.
Right.
And they selected me to be on this album called No Mo that they did, which I always tell everybody, I am on an album with Erykah Badu.
Nice.
When she first came out. You know what I'm saying? But that started like my poetry thing, which is my performing poetry thing. And so on and so forth. Went to LA and did theater. It's like dropped out of college because I was like, if I'm going to just act, then I need to go act and put out there. But I met Antonio Fargas on the set of this movie called The Riff in Texas.
Was that the first set you were on?
That was the very first set I was on. And the girl who was the featured, listen to me when I tell you about this business. She was the featured extra, right? I never fucking forget her name. I think her name was Joy. And long story short, it was Wesley Snipes' body double. He was one of the leads. Antonio Fargas was like playing his father. He was this jazz musician. He had like this drug addiction or whatever. And they had like this local jazz radio guy that was in it. A couple other people. But she was a feature extra. Flown down from California to be in this movie. I just happened to get on because my homeboy had a shop.
I see where this is going.
Hey, can I be like extremely invisible?
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
And my homeboy was like selling weed to this dude who knew people in the movie industry or whatever, right? And knew that I wanted to get on the set, and I tried to get on there as an extra. So I got on there first as Antonio Fargas's guest.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Okay.
Like, I showed up on set at the trailers. No, at the trailers and was like, I'm here. Can you get Antonio Fargas? And they walked me to this man's trailer. And I'm sitting in Antonio Fargas's trailer.
And he don't know you.
He ain't never a day, and he's the realest motherfucker I know in the industry, hands down, period.
Right.
Because he let me sit in there. He knew. Let me tell you, I was having a fan moment. For my mama, though. Because I was like, I'm about to get my mama an
autograph
from one of her 70s movies.
And it turned out to be something else.
Now, what I don't tell people is this was like the same week I had tried to audition for Car Wash. When Dr. Dre and them had redid Car Wash.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Out in Texas. And I went to the audition. It was the worst audition I've ever had, ever in life.
Really?
So, yeah.
Why?
Because I ain't know how to audition.
Oh, okay.
Because I have been doing theater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I didn't have headshots. I can't remember how I got it.
And back then it was important.
Yeah. And I mean, you went in this room and whoever the director was, that dude was in here. I can't remember. I know it sounds bad. But, I mean, I ain't seen
that was a long
famous,
time ago.
Yeah. Super long ago.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm saying that was your introduction, though.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I did a tour for like 2 years with this play called Thuggin' and Natasha, which was the story of, let me tell my age again, Latasha Harlan, who got shot in the head by the Asian lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, so her
okay, the girl in the store.
The girl in the store.
Right.
That Tupac wrote.
Yeah.
So her aunt teamed up with this other lady, and they did they were doing school tours. So that's how I was a working actor in California.
Got you.
I did that play for 2 years, and then I had a short film that came out, and
the one with not Lockdown.
Yeah, the Lockdown Club.
I love that.
The Lockdown Club.
I don't know why they never did anything.
Well, it was something that they did in festivals. It was one of those shorts that, you know, she wrote so that people could see her writing style.
Oh, gotcha.
And then the director,
Right.
that was one of her first, so she can add to her reel. It was one of the
Right.
things that we all do.
But it was
It's
good,
like,
though.
You do your first thing.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's my alarm going off. Yeah, so from that, met this dude named Eugene Doughboy Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He got me into the production side of what I do.
Gotcha.
Like, I was still trying to do the acting and would go to his spot, which was like this coffee house out there called Doughboys. I would go to his spot for acting classes, so on and so forth. And
So you did study.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I studied under him in LA because he was the only one.
Well, that's studying.
In his passing for 1 month, I had Eric LaSalle.
Okay.
And then it was another guy named Al Woodley. He's really good. He came.
You said for a month you had Eric LaSalle?
About a month or 2 months.
I think that's enough.
It was. Let me tell you something. It was an experience. Colleen, for me, I've always been in it and this close, but not a part of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of the people where you could probably look me up, ask about me, and you gonna run into some circles of some people that know me. But am I trying to be out there? Do I stay out there? Well, I do, but I want to do it on my own accord.
Well, we could Google your name. Like,
you know,
come,
it's like,
I'm like, damn, her name Google.
there were certain things that deterred me.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, you don't have to talk about them because
No. It ain't that. It's just like, it's like I'm saying, like, people always wonder why I moved the way I moved.
Of course.
It's for that
Well,
reason.
I know why.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't been in Mulholland Hills at the
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mansions of
course.
such and such and such and such. And it ain't really what you think it is.
I know. I've been there. I know.
A lot of these people hurting.
Yeah.
So
They pretended.
don't get it twisted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not that easy.
That money and that fame ain't
It comes with a price.
a big
What you willing to give up? What you willing to sacrifice?
Yeah.
Like everybody
It's
can
just
say
how
what
you
they
wanna
want to
be
say, but
and who you are.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know it. So you did study. Tell me something. I've seen you in many roles, up close and personal. How do you prepare for a role?
So again, Doughboy, he had this 60-page question and answer character study list that he would give us. That's what I've used forever.
That's what you.
Many people have books that they've read, or but me personally, how he described it and explained it was that a lot of times when you go to the higher level auditions, if you're even if it's coming from talent and they don't want you to know, say it's for HBO yet or something, you know what I'm saying, to be like second or third round, it's very blank. Sometimes you got to build your person around it. So these 60 questions would be very in depth because it helped you think about how you want it to be. Were you two parents? What's your favorite color? What time of the day were you born? Do you have a brother, sister?
Right.
What high school did you go to?
That matters.
Have you ever broke your leg before? Whatever it was, like I have a list of 60 questions
Gotcha.
that I will maybe get through. I'm gonna be honest, maybe get through 25 to 30 of them, but enough for me to feel like I'm building whatever around the information I didn't get. And that's when I get the part.
Right.
If I just am trying to do an audition, I try to gauge off of the description if they're detailed.
If they have a character bio or whatever.
Not even a character bio. Sometimes they tell you about the story, like, oh, it's a love
got
story,
you.
and this is Sheena, and she's, you know, Lisa's best friend, who's the boyfriend of the girl having the love issue. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you gotta look at your lines and be like, all right, so maybe I'm consoling her, or I'm making fun of her, and you know, do it that way.
That's how you do it.
But when I get a role, that's what I would do.
Gotcha.
I prep that character by answering them 60 questions, and then
I never knew that.
you got to read the whole.
Because I've written roles for you. So,
I've
mean,
passed it out to a lot of people.
Okay.
Because this is the stigma. The stigma is coming from LA. Everybody's like, oh, you gotta, you must, you know what you. And I'm not gonna lie. Listen,
it's different.
from Texas to what the old girl fed me, and then being in LA and being able to work and survive. Like, there's acting that you're doing to try to get to a certain level, be consistent, blah, blah, blah. And then there's motherfuckers who's just, they work and they act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
all the time.
the people who go to these middle schools or do these forums and do this shit, they getting paid.
Yeah.
And they do that year round in many different places. When I did that 2-year tour at them schools and was getting paid for that shit and was like, I ain't got to stand in line. I ain't got to sit in the back or somewhere for 8 hours be extra just to get 25, 50, 60, 75, $84 for 8 hours?
And you might eat.
I ain't got to do that. Right. You might eat.
You might eat. That's what's up.
Yeah, okay.
I've watched you for a long time, and you have many strengths as an actress. You have many strengths in film, period, just as an AD, as a producer. What do you feel are your strengths as an actress?
I am extremely directable. What I mean by that is I can give you something, and if you tell me to change it and I can make the adjustment, then I will. I'm not one of those people who will be like, well, I feel like the character is blah, blah, blah. But my problem with that too is I don't always do things the same way. So sometimes I tell people when they're...
So that would be a shortcoming then.
Yeah, that would be my shortcoming.
Right.
That you got to catch it if you like it so I can recreate it, because otherwise I'm always trying to fill it out. But I think my other strength as now, which is why, because I'm not going to lie, I have gone through plenty of periods where I'm still like, I'm not where
you want to be.
I want to be.
Yeah.
But at the same time, where I want to be is not where people think it is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just need the consistency. I just want the consistency.
Right.
I don't care about the fame.
Right.
I don't care about the notoriety.
Right.
However, I'm saying from a social standpoint, however, would I like to win an award for something?
Of course.
Do I think I can? Absolutely.
Yeah,
but
of course you can.
That's standing in the judgment of people who are able to make those decisions.
Right.
And
True
if
indeed.
I feel like I don't want to fuck with that, well then I ain't never gonna have one of them.
Because it's what you have to do for that, you know?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe, being like I call myself the queen of indie, that you can make something like a Clerks and stumble upon major success because you had the right team and the right people and the right writing and the right concept and the right business structure. And you could take $250,000, $500,000 and make 10, 11 million,
Right.
14 million, 21 million.
But you have to have the right team.
Yeah, make it a cult classic and or make it a Moonlight and get an award and.
But everybody has to have that vision though, and I think that that's been an issue for you, for me, for a lot of people that I know, that we get into these situations where people don't see our vision. What do you think?
Yes and no. Because if that was the case, I think the people who, didn't successfully progress with the vision that they had, it might never come into fruition. I think a lot of it is a timing thing.
True.
Some of it is timing. Because I have a really good friend, and I'm still gonna refer to him as a friend, who is, I think, because he got mad at me because I'm one of the people who I ghost a lot. I like disappear, and
I know.
I'm not saying I don't give a fuck,
you understand
but
you understand that about you, then you understand
so,
that.
But and he is an independent, but he is a strong independent that I studied and watched that did his thing. A lot of his he's really good friends with Dr. Dre, really good friends with Ice Cube, really good. You wouldn't know him, but he is behind the scenes, but is very important. He's in the
What's
LA
his name?
riots.
You don't want to say it? You don't have to.
No. Matthew.
Okay.
I was trying to think of his last name, and that's probably...
You said his name before. Doesn't he have a nickname?
Yeah, they call him Media Killer.
Okay.
The Media Killer.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and they've used a lot of his snippets in documentaries about the LA riots because he is the guy who, when you hear Dr. Dre's 2001, I think Little Drummer Boy at the beginning when dude is back there yelling and he's like, "Oh, I got a lot to say. That's his footage.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Dre's used a couple of his riot footages and samples, and he did a lot of interviewing when he worked at K-Day. He worked at K-Day in LA.
So do you think that he is the sole reason why his vision was seen?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because this is a guy who was at the O.J. Simpson trial in the media department with his camera, with the news and everybody else.
Right.
He has a documentary of himself where he gets escorted out a bit, but he's always been like in the thick of shit, but he's always been on his own. He ain't never been like tied down, signed to nobody, like from the 14 plus years, really 20 plus years that I've known.
Right, gotcha.
Matter of fact,
and he's still thriving.
When Queen Latifah accepted her star on the Hall of Fame, she mentioned him because he has some of the very first footage of her even being in LA.
Okay.
Of which I've seen.
Oh.
What I can say is he also has early footage of Keisha Cole. Shit like that. What I can say is I know that whatever level I get to, he's documented me, and the people that he's documented, they still end up being pretty successful. So, you know, whatever that journey is for me, it hasn't peaked yet, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
You know? Yeah, I'm a one-hitter quitter. I'm one of them people that I'm good with making one. I'm good with making one and being able to say, I did it just like you did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did it. Yep, we did it. Yeah, we can talk about the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I feel you.
Yours might have had a little more people or a little more money,
bigger budget,
a little more status, but yeah. I made a movie and you made a movie,
right? Who inspires you? What actors inspire you first? What actors inspire you? You
know what? I have a range of people, and I like to go with the level that I'm at because I don't, rub shoulders with the higher ups. So I admire them for where they're at, but. I'm not gonna lie, Gail Bean is an inspiration.
Man, come on, man.
Come on now.
Come on,
Gail.
Gail Bean is Wanda on Snowfall.
Yeah.
Gail Bean.
I love that shit. I love it.
Why?
There's
and she's on P Valley too.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I was an extra on there. There's a girl I went to, I was in acting class with. I saw her on Atlanta. Her name is Keena Ferguson.
Okay.
She's an inspiration. She's from my acting
Gail
class.
Bean was on Atlanta too.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
It was good. You got to go back. It's in the second season.
There's a cat I follow on Facebook. His name is Richard Bird. He's an inspiration.
Okay.
Of course, all the people I rock with, Courtney.
Yes. Courtney, all that.
You, bitch, because you out here writing shit and getting stuff done and having release parties and stuff. So. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Curtis, he's an inspiration. Yeah. All my fellow people that I see out here doing stuff that I've actually crossed
you the one that put us on the course, man.
Hakeem, he's an inspiration.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of people.
Yeah. And what about outside of the industry?
What do you mean? Like?
The kids.
Yeah. I mean... I'm not gonna say they don't have a choice, but I'm not gonna use them as the inspiration that I say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even if I didn't have kids, I would still want to succeed. I would still want to see other people succeed. They just add a little flavor to it, And there are a lot of moves that I make and didn't make because of the kids.
Of course.
Yeah.
And
so. To that is where the progress lies. Because a lot of moves that I didn't make were because of the kids. I just always pride myself for being able to do shit that everybody was like, you can't do that because you don't blah, blah. Listen, for like 15, 8 to good 12 years, I was that actress. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
I was going to get the paper. I was looking at the shit in backstage before I got online. I was sending them 8x10 headshots, black and whites, then turn color. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that shit faithfully.
Yeah.
I was going to try to get me an agent and get on a walk-on part on a TV show.
Right.
I was doing that shit. So I understand that process.
Yeah.
I wasn't learning that they was telling you that, yeah, well, you got to do so many days of blah, blah, blah. And then and then you can, you can't even submit for a guest starring role until you've had a 1-liner or a 2-liner or a 5-liner.
I didn't know that.
Shit they don't be telling you.
Yeah.
Where it's like the fucking hustle with trying to get on and stay on, and is that you have to make it a business. So yeah, you got union contracts and SAG rates and blah blah blah. But yeah, I can go get Lynn Winfield for less than $100,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Would she come to set for X amount of dollars if I'm making sure I honor that contract? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
she's done it.
Yeah. Don't think that some of these people are unbusinessable or businessable.
Right.
To where you can't get to them and you can't touch them. It's just that everybody honors things a different way. So when I got on my one television show with no agent and got paid.
What show was that?
I still knew what the game was though. You know what I'm saying?
Homicide?
ATL Homicide. I still knew what that game was.
Right.
When people sending me screenshots of myself in the background of a particular television show. I'm still on TV.
Right. And you didn't even tell nobody.
Yeah, you
like,
can. I don't know what episode it is, but you can see me in the yoga class on one of them, the Braxton's reality show, TV shows. I'm in there. That's her. And they blurred out my shirt because I was trying to do an Eyes Entertainment plug. Yeah. Business.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I was trying to get myself out there.
Eyes Entertainment.
Eyes Entertainment.
Yeah.
On the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm back there doing yoga.
And they blurred it out?
And they blurred my shit out. Y'all knew what it was when I walked in there, bro. I'm doing this shit for free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I was supposed to be at work, but then they said they can cover. So when my homegirl said, can you come down, Regina, because I know you trying to act. Because she was trying to put me on, because she, little girl who had no fucking idea about the producers and the Braxton show.
Right.
And she was like, well, they're going to use my yoga class. You want to be in it?
That's
And I'm
what's
like,
up.
yeah, I sure do. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I ain't nobody, but, I mean, you can find me. You know what I'm saying?
You saying that.
It be that shit, though, where it's the ego part. It's the humble part.
Yeah.
It's the let's remain understanding of the whole process. Everybody want to get out there and do their thing, but if we can't work together without pushing buttons and trying to be always so much better than somebody, then what are we doing?
Right. And that's an issue. That's an issue, and it's an issue here in Georgia with everybody trying to.
Everywhere.
It is, but I mean, I think it's noticeable. Like you can see it here. You know, like
that's just because you're here. That's what I tell people all the time. If I packed up and went to Philadelphia, if I packed up and went to Texas, 'cause they doing a lot of shit in Texas.
Oh yeah,
Texas Walker Ranger.
yeah.
You got Queen of the South. You got which Queen of the South is a remake of a Spanish show. And let me just tell you what my actress wish list is, because I used to watch these shows and be like, I want to be on Wentworth.
I know that.
I want to be on Queen of the South.
So let me ask you real quick though. So Wentworth, right? Let's just say you got a role on Wentworth.
Yeah.
Would you try to emulate the English accent?
No. I think it would be dope if they wrote something where an American got stuck over there.
Okay.
And did something where they had to be incarcerated in the Australian legal system.
Okay. Do you think it's important to learn different dialects?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because if I had to, if it was needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm interested in learning, to be honest with you, in Irish, Irish dialect.
Okay.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, how many Black Irishes do you see besides the hair?
I mean, they exist.
Let you know.
Yeah.
You know, or Scottish. Yeah, they do exist.
Yeah.
Look, I have an aunt who speaks fluent. She lived in Dutch. She speaks Dutch.
Okay.
Like fluently.
Yeah. 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 You have to be. I wouldn't say you have to be there, but I think being there helps out.
Yeah, she lived.
I could see you on Wentworth. I could see that. I know that's your show.
That was my show. I don't think they're doing it no more. That's why I like Queen of the South. You know, it's a lot of people who be ragging some of these shows, but if you know the history of the show and then some of the people, it's like, but guess what? They doing something.
Right. And if you know the history and if you know what goes into it, like
and I'm gonna contradict the hell out of myself, and I'm gonna say that, then I'm gonna talk shit about a couple of shows where I'm like, we could have had another storyline for this show. You know what I'm saying?
Like
so,
what?
Let me just be clear. Like, some of the shit I say is gonna contradict itself because I'm also talking from personal, like, what
how you feel. Right.
I don't know. When I can find a more positive way to say it, I will.
I got you.
I don't want to. I'll just say I think we deserve a couple of cloud atlases with a more genuine urban appeal. You know.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of these foreign shows that I started watching were pretty good.
Yeah, some of them are pretty good. Pretty accurate in their depiction.
Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are.
Yep.
You know. And they're not so... I don't want to say stereotypical, but...
No, that's the word.
It may be.
Yeah, no.
Maybe. At least that's across the board, you know.
Yep, I agree. 100%.
I do like their comedy. Like, I still say my favorite show was Chewing Gum. That shit was hilarious.
I love that show.
Hilarious.
And what happened? Like, what they did? What, two seasons? I know that.
Seasons, and then she got on Black Mirror for a little while.
She did, but she did a movie too.
She did a movie, and now she had that other show. May I kill you or may I help you or something like that? May I something?
Yeah, but she's a genius. I love her.
That's so bad. That's like I'm sitting here doing shit that's like not staying at the end of the credits because I didn't understand how important that was to watch the credits of a film.
Right.
But me not knowing the names of what I'm talking about is really like frustrating myself because I'm like, why did you have your shit?
I just can't remember. That's my thing. I watch them, but I just can't remember.
Oh, you know Regina shit. The little family movie, Ed shit. I don't know. I'm just saying, y'all. I ain't perfect.
That's funny. But I hear you, though.
I'm sorry.
Regina, tell me, what advice would you give some of these up-and-coming artists, some of these up-and-coming actors and actresses about the industry and how to navigate it?
Just study your craft. You know what I'm saying? Know what you want to do. I think it's important to be well-rounded, yes.
No doubt.
But I also think we hurt ourselves when we want to do everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just know, when I attach myself to something that somebody is doing, I ain't trying to do 3 other roles, too, because somebody else is inefficient and can't do their job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or let me be a part and be a help. Like, I always tell this story, and this is like no shade to I'm not getting up here to talk about the industry, like none of that shit. I'm just saying, like, from somebody who, when you're trying to get into an industry and do something and you see how certain things navigate, it makes you question the mindset of why people are really here. And yes, money is one thing. Don't get me wrong, money is one thing. You look at certain shit, people get paid on both sides. But like, when I was a PA on Stomp the Yard too. Okay. It had to be an extra as well because the time of day and the scene they was doing, some people had left, blah, 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 right? It was one scene where I think they was doing the Stomp show or whatever, and it's Ricky Smiley and there's a couple of people. She kept, like, folks are getting hungry, some things going on, blah, 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 whatever. So I'm telling her, I'm the locations PA, right? I'm locations PA. Because what I'm hearing is, if I want to get into the DGA as an AD, then I got to do 700 and some odd days as a PA on set. This would have been 5.
Really?
Which really ends up being like 2 years or blah, blah, blah.
As a PA?
Yeah, as a regular
Oh,
PA,
I didn't
as a
know
regular ass PA, and
did
possibly
not
you can get
know
to be
that.
a key PA. It don't matter.
Right.
Before you can even begin to apply, you have to do. And the days might change. If y'all out there know, like, don't start cutting my head off. I don't know. I ain't tried in years.
Right.
But at that time, I think it was like 700 and some odd hours you got to do on set as a PA. And then you could apply, and then after that, what it is you end up becoming like a key PA or some other PA, and then after so many more hours, you sign the shit or, you know, pay the fee, get your 3 recommendations, and then you become like a department head, you know, on the AD team
As an AD, okay.
in the DGEA. You know, you're
Okay.
being the director's union.
Right. Didn't know that.
Right, because it's the business side of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like the structure on a normal set, let's say $1 million set, where somebody, or $1 million plus, where somebody has a director's team and the director's team has an AD, and you got the AD, and then you got the first AD, the second,
Right.
second, and then you have key PAs. You know, you got the literally you got
Right.
a locations PA, you got a walkie PA, you got a crafty PA, you got a
Right.
background PA, you got a. I mean, you got stuff where it's like, come on, y'all. If y'all really understood the business side of some of this shit, you just might not function the way you function in this industry.
Right.
Or you might, and that just shows maybe your greed. Because I got people who I went to a PA boot camp with and put them on to certain situations. And them motherfuckers ain't even called me to PA. You out here making almost $2,000 a week. I'm asking you for $150 a day out of your week, and you don't even. And I know your production.
Yeah. So you think actors should know the business side of it too?
Absolutely. Because that's how you can still stay in there.
Right.
Because you got people who cross over. You got people who be in the production set and let an actor who own they shit because you getting booked everywhere and not show up, or you 2 hours late. And they scrambling for the next person. And hey, well, yo, crafty guy look like he blah, blah, blah. Hey, let me see if you can. And now you didn't got you a spot. Or you didn't get your shit to a background person because you ain't there on time.
That's what happened to Paula Patton. Yeah. Yep.
That shit is real life. It happens.
is real life for sure. Yeah.
And I've seen the opposite side of it. Like I've seen people like, this is somebody like, I don't know who they are, but they got a whole bunch of credits on they, you know, blah, blah, blah. And they didn't got into it with the director, and the director was like, oh, bitch, fuck you. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, we ain't using your talent. Boo, boo. Thank you. Hey, you can go somewhere. Ooh, dismissed, offset, and they got a whole new actor the next day.
Right.
They didn't switch scenes. See if you can call the girl who's supposed to be the cashier and see if she can come in at 12 instead of 2 o'clock.
It's crazy.
Advice I give you is study your craft and be well-rounded.
No doubt.
No more than just you.
Acting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no acting, but also, you know, use your
But know the
experience with
business
acting.
of it.
But know the business.
Yeah.
Because it's how you getting paid.
Yeah.
You know what bumps are. Know what rates are. And I'm not going to lie, depending on what it is, are some of these people hustling and getting over on us? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. My one little TV credit that all y'all was that shit only got me $135.
Oh, wow.
Y'all might be on TV. It might be 2, 3, 4, 5 million people looking at it, but is that money to you? Is that what you?
Yeah.
So we got to be out here honing ourselves now a little bit until we get to a certain level where somebody actually gonna get, or you got to be in which. You know, you got the SAG shit, SAG eligible, union, you was in, this state that, blah, blah, blah. It just all depends.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even hard. It was hard to get in the union. I don't know if it is now.
What is a bump?
So let's say I apply to be a background or I get a, day player role and they ask me if I have a black Impala, they're going to give me a car bump.
Oh, gotcha.
So a car bump could be, an extra $75.
I didn't even know what that was.
Extra $150 or extra.
Gotcha.
Wardrobe.
But you're right though. That is, people should know that. Actors should know that, and a lot of them don't. You're right.
Listen, when I did Necessary Roughness and saw that,
Oh, that's right.
and don't forget, I snuck on the set of Instant Family.
Yeah.
Snuck on the set. They had me use all my LA for that one. I was like, oh, I'm about to get me a check.
Who is doing that?
You kidding me? And took my pictures of Mark Wahlberg just so y'all know, like, I'm on here.
You did.
I sure did. I saw the trucks when I passed, and I looked at Hakeem and I said, I'm about to get on this set. He said, how you gonna find out? I don't know.
But you
searched the internet. Boom, I was like, okay, this casting company, blah, blah, blah. Drove onto the production parking lot and parked. Security walking around. Right? I grab my bag. I grab my shit. I see all the extras out there. I walk over there and I'm like, okay, oh yeah, I think where's I supposed to go again? And they was like, oh, go talk to such and such. And gave me a name. So I immediately go look for whoever the fuck I'm looking for. Jacob, where the hell this was, right?
I remember you sent the pictures to my phone.
Getting caught. I'm talking, right? The girls were sitting there, the wardrobe girls were sitting there, and I was like, yeah, I was running a little late. They just told me to show up, and I was like, and I came, and dude looked at me, and he was like, that's interesting. He was like, so you didn't go through, you didn't go through set? I was like, no, I was rushing. And I was like, it was such and such casting, right? I was like, it was something like that. I'm gonna say who it was. I was like, it was Tammy Smith casting, right? And he was like, yeah, Tammy Smith casting. Yeah, I'm calling hoes in your shit. So I'm like, well, I got the information late.
Oh my God.
So I just came and I was like, I didn't know where to go. And he was like, And he looked at them and then he looked at what I had on. He was like, well, I guess what you have on is good. And he was like, that's interesting that you came all the way to set, got all the way on set with your bag and everything. And he was like, and nobody said anything. And I was like, well, maybe that's my fault.
But you was there.
But I was there.
Yeah.
I put my shit down. I ate lunch. I filled out my voucher. I can tell you what scene I walked in. I got cut.
When you hungry and you want
did I get paid?
Do it. You got paid.
I ain't suggesting that.
I remember that. No, I mean, I know you're not suggesting it, but I mean, when you hungry, you're going to do what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And it's just that simple.
That's going to be things that I remember.
Let's switch gears real quick. I don't know this, so I'm asking. Have you ever directed?
I think not personally. No.
Okay.
I think I would say co-directing by the input I would give as an AD.
Okay, as an AD.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. We're going to go to AD. What do you think? Well, let me ask you this first. What are the duties of an AD? Because I think people get it twisted. I don't think people really understand what it is they do. And I've seen on many sets, not just ones that we worked on, but other sets where the AD is misunderstood and they're having issues with the director. I've seen it more than once. And I think it's because they don't understand what, and I'm talking independent, I don't think it is, I think it's because they don't understand what the AD's job is.
That's like a loaded question and a conversation. I think depending on what level you're on, you have to be able to have. Me personally, just from the class I took, the AD is basically a part of the director's team. Mm-hmm. So the AD is going to manage the department heads that are on set. Mm-hmm. They are going to have production meetings. They're going to get call sheets together, and pending the amount of people they have with them, then their team is going to be the core unit of set management,
right,
if you will. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're like the set managers. They work with the director in regards to timing and shots. So they have the director's shot list, and they employ the setups.
Right.
They construct the background movement if need be. Mm-hmm. And they will delegate if they have the team, like I said, to get schedules done, call sheets done, and things like that.
And it's their job to make sure that we stay on schedule.
It is their job to make sure we stay on schedule and on budget.
On budget.
They can sometimes work in line with the UPM or the line producer. Sometimes those positions double if you have understanding of unit production management.
I'm glad you said I was going to say it.
In regards to budgeting. So, yes, do they handle money? No.
Okay.
But they can.
Right.
Are they aware of money? Yes. Because I got to know that if my line producer is giving me a budget of $5,000 a day or $10,000 a day, and I have to spend it for lunch, transportation. I also know maybe my character is being paid out of that, if that's what that is. And then my location, if it ain't free, if we doing $250 an hour or $300 a day and we got to be here 4 days, then I got to know all that.
Right. And we're talking independent, just so people know. Yeah, we're talking independent for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like times 12 when you're not independent.
Of course. What do you think are some good qualities of a what do you think are some qualities of a good AD?
Being able to communicate.
Communicate.
And being ahead of schedule and knowing good timing, because, some of this stuff, I think the battles between directors and ADs or just anybody with an AD on set, because that was like the first thing I always heard. Was like, oh, the AD is always an asshole, or, it's the AD set, it's the AD this, and AD that. I'ma just say this. There's a guy named Joe Castro who gave me my first AD position. And it was almost like that's what I was there for. I'm there because they need structure. They're busy working with the elements of creativity.
Right.
So I am there to make sure that all the creatives at some point stay grounded.
No doubt.
You see what I'm saying? So this stigma about an AD, because I've seen very mannerable, cordial ADs.
Yeah.
Hey, excuse me. I'm sorry. Listen, I know you parked your car over there. I need you to... Right?
Right.
And then I've seen embarrassing, power hungry.
Yeah.
This is my title. This is what I'm going to do. I said, everybody better shut up right now. Or you going to get kicked off set.
Right. Yep.
And somebody like me, like, who you talking to? It's my stomach. I'm hungry.
Right.
Like y'all said at 8 o'clock we was going to get a break and it's 11:15. So.
Right. And that's probably your fault that we're off schedule. So, yeah, why you mad?
So somebody who, can be organized and definitely is aware of the project in totality.
Yes.
Not just your position.
Right.
And be able to, adapt to change, because you are a part of the production process. You got to be there with the location scouts.
Is it the AD? Should the AD know the script?
Yes.
Okay. Because I know some that don't.
Because the AD breaks down the script.
They should.
Okay?
Right.
In most instances, if I'm a director that wants, that's what I'm talking about, the people that want to do everything.
Right.
If you really understand the team process of it, you ain't going to want to sit there and break down no script like no AD is supposed to break down the script.
Exactly, right.
Yeah, so the AD should know the script, because the AD has to do the schedule.
Right. Right. But I know so many that don't know the script, and they come to the script supervisor and they actually lean on the script supervisor for aspects of their job when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Not you, but I've had people do it to me.
It should be cohesive, but if anything, you're an addition of.
Exactly.
Because I have you as a script supervisor because I need you to function with my sound department.
Right.
Okay? So this is my sound head, okay? My sound head and you going to get together. If I have a question, I might come to you, but for the most part, you're going to relay any information between if they say it's a good take or if the sound person said, hold the sound, you doing that. So when the sound people give the notes and the sound to the editor, you done did what you did.
Exactly.
Yeah. I shouldn't have to come to you for nothing like that.
Gotcha.
Unless it's a major continuity change, and that just depends on what it is. A lot of the problem is we function in the indie world with very limited
No doubt.
positions and this very blurred, diffused concept of what we think we know is. And nothing is irritating me more now than the people who are on this 8-day, 9-day, we're going to shoot for 7 days and shoot 12 pages a day. You now fucking retired yet? And I'm not fucking with your
And how many scenes you got on them pages? 1?
Yeah, I won't be there.
No doubt. But that's just people that don't know. They don't know that there's no shooting 12 pages in one. You can't. It's impossible. Am I right?
Colleen, you got people out here.
I don't.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
I wish somebody would say that to me. I'll be like, oh no, I'll see you later.
You ain't heard it yet.
Hell no. No, I have not. Maybe they said it, but they ain't said it to me.
I don't care if they said 5 pages
as a script supervisor. No,
yeah,
I have not.
Even if they said 5 pages,
right?
I'm still looking at you sideways.
I'm telling you,
because I'm like, oh, you one of them. You just throwing shit together.
Yeah. And half the time they don't even have a shot list. So how are you doing this without even some kind of structure?
Hey,
yeah,
are we about to go there?
Right.
Because if we about to go there,
I don't know. You want to go?
Ain't no shot list.
Yeah. Yep.
I wish we could have shared screens so I could show these crazy call sheets I've been seeing. And I understand that some people got to do the best they can with what they have. I'm not saying
but
that.
you got to be realistic.
But at least know the template and know the format.
Yes, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Know all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
Okay. We're going to stop talking about that.
Yeah.
We gonna change gears here. And I want to educate people on producing. And we're not gonna go deep into it, but I just want you to explain as much as you can, because I get these questions and a lot of times I can't answer them because I produce, but I don't know all aspects of it. But can you just break down the different types of producers and what they do?
I mean, I can go to my phone and Google the list I always look at when I be trying to figure out what I'm about to be on somebody's project.
As a okay, so what
I'm gonna say base. Then you have executive, which are the people that really just throw the money.
Right.
Then you have producers, which are the people that are responsible for organizing the whole aspect,
getting everybody together,
the directors, you have those. Then you have associate producers, who are probably people who are coordinating the talent, coordinating travel, coordinating paperwork. You got co-producers, who is somebody who probably along with the producer, who coordinates the whole project or organizes everything. They are sharing a credit, or it's something that's not allowing them to be just a producer. You'll see producer and 4 names under the list,
right?
Something like that. And then just on down the line with associate producer, whatever the associate producers do. Because under producer, you're a PA.
Right.
Or you're a department head. And then you have that breakdown
down the line, yeah.
And it's just a lot.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's a lot.
What is the most important function of a producer? Just a producer. We know what the executive producers do, but what's the most important function for a producer, not the associate producer?
I think it's the same as anything when you're in management. It's being organized.
Okay.
It's having efficient time management. It's knowing how to communicate. It's knowing how to see the talent and the need for something and being able to fill that void or fill that gap, because you're putting a project together. You're project management. In most aspects, that's what you're doing. So it is, and for the ones that if they don't have the money, you know how to find money.
Yeah,
you know how to get somebody with the money to believe in what you're doing with the people you're doing it with, to give you the money for that.
Right.
Because unless it's your money, now self-produced people then have the money and have the know-withal to
I know where to get it.
Build a team.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why you have some people who literally just do that. Like, they don't even want to be involved with anything after that. All
I know it.
you do is give the money, because it's so
extensive. Yeah, it is. I know. I run away from it. I'm doing it, but in the smallest, minutest form.
I'll say this. I think the good thing about what I've been exposed to with the few sets that I've been on both production and talent is we're not doing anything different in the indie world that the majors are doing.
No doubt.
When I tell you apps, nothing other than it depends on how organized your team is, how efficient your team is, how well you can execute. Because remember, I'm a 48-hour film festival.
Hey.
And I tell everybody, if you can't do a 48-hour film fest,
You can't do a film.
The industry really ain't for you.
No doubt.
Yeah, you just kind of in here trying to find
That's
your
boot
way,
camp.
and you hoping that you can, because the 48-hour is exactly what the film industry is.
Yes.
You on a 9-month project.
Yes. How many times did we do it? 4 times.
You know, I've been around somebody who was on X-Men
Yeah.
for 7 months.
Right. Wow.
Who worked on Mean Girls, who worked on Fox television shows.
Right.
Like, I ain't just talking about
Right.
it. I can tell you what the call sheet looked like. I know what you got to have when you talk about a voucher before you can get that SAG card.
Right.
SAG eligible, or you get that Taft Harley or whatever, which
Right.
I'm still fighting for. Because if I'm supposed to be SAG eligible, I can't tell when I had a Taft Harley from something I did out in Georgia.
Right.
And y'all fighting out of being famous. I'm fighting how to fucking keep getting paid.
Right.
As
Just
an
to get that sack. Yeah, it's
I
hard.
got to keep doing free shit
Yeah.
because I will.
Right.
Because I know I can. Because I
Right.
feel like, egotistically, that's just going to be like, well, you got somebody good in here at least.
But that's when you got to have that side job or that job or whatever that job is, just
I
to
do
keep
have a manager.
maintaining.
I'm not going to lie. They have helped me do some stuff. I did like a Google.
You still have a manager?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Is it
I'm
the
still
same
with the
one?
same management.
Okay, good. Okay.
Break
good,
a
good.
leg.
Oh, yeah.
For me, they've been fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's representation.
Yeah.
And they've been honest and they help and they have put me out there. I have done some things with them. Things that still, it's almost like, you know how you see the ads pop up when you scrolling through your timeline or scrolling on a media, or like say if you watching YouTube or something, it was like one of those. So they got me like this Google
The beauty ad.
commercial. I did the beauty ad.
Yeah,
Yep. I
I
did
saw
that 2 years ago though.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I'm
been
just
2
saying
years. It's been 2 years.
Oh, wow. I see
It's-
it popped
was
up on
for-
Facebook. It did.
Really?
Yes.
It was right serious.
I'm so serious. I was like, wait a minute.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
I haven't seen it.
Yes, Regina, that's how I knew.
Wow.
You didn't tell me about it. Did you
That's
know?
crazy. No.
Yes. I
Okay.
said,
That's
she doing
wild.
commercials?
No.
What is going on here? I don't even know. I promise you, it popped up. I mean, like I said, I got trifocals, okay? And I had to really focus.
That's dope.
I was
That's dope.
Regina.
That's dope.
Yes.
That's
And
dope.
you was like,
But let me
yeah,
tell you
I don't know if
something.
it's, you was like, I don't know if it's showing. And I'm like, and I text you and I was like, it's showing, Regina. I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it was dope. Uh-huh.
It took a minute. It took a minute for them to come out with it, but
But it came out.
it did come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you ain't doing nothing.
I ain't doing a lot.
Whatever. You doing enough. That's the thing.
Pretty for a big girl. We still doing that.
Oh, you back on that?
Back on that.
Okay.
We close to getting started back up. Pretty for a big girl is
I don't know if she's gonna swing back around to me. I don't know. It would be nice, but I got so much going on right now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to be on that. I would love to.
It's
I studied
everybody
it.
gonna come back together.
Yeah.
I
You see your
mean-
girl Starlet. She's over in Korea. No.
Yeah, I mean, and
Korea?
Zinga, she doing her thing. Wandrea, she doing
Yeah.
her thing.
Yes.
Which
Which is dope. And then Courtney has her book too.
Courtney has her book and she got her
Yeah.
2 films she coming out with.
Yes.
About Superstars. You got April. April's episode that she wrote on Tyler Perry series
Mm-hmm.
that aired. I think she got another one that's gonna be coming out. So, I'm
So don't say you're not doing anything, Regina, because the thing. No,
I ain't doing shit.
you are. The thing about it is, when you say you're not doing anything, you're talking about yourself. But the support that you give, that I've watched you give, that you've given me, and that you've given so many people. That's a lot.
It is. It can be.
Yes, that's a lot. And I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I know I thank you a lot, but I'm thanking you in front of everybody internationally right now. I'm giving you your flowers right now because you pointed me in the direction. It was the day that I was sitting in China Buffet with Curtis, and you called and you was like, so where's your cousin at? And he was like, she's sitting right next to me. You didn't even know I had moved down here. And it was always my plan to. And I was like, oh, that's Regina. What's going on? She wanted me to be on it. Oh, man, I get to be on the set. And then you put me in this position that I knew nothing about, but you taught me the position. You know what I'm saying? And what did I do? Parlayed that. And here I am on this podcast.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I thank you for
it. Looks good, man. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, because it's like it's full circle.
No doubt.
Let me tell you why it's full circle. Because also what she's not saying is her cousin. So let me just clear the air with this. Because I feel like we haven't addressed this. Curtis. Okay. Karma Brown,
please do.
Okay, with Lena Brown, Franklin, whoever, right? So I did a radio show.
Yes.
That's where I first.
That's where I met you. Yes.
Right? And you told me you wrote and you said you had a book.
Yes.
Ex-military stuff. Blah,
yes.
blah, blah.
Yep. You remember that?
Yes. Yes. Because I was ghetto fabulous with it and had my boys with me.
You did.
And so I had my 4 and my 5-year-old with me running around the
studio. Yes. They was on the other side baking on.
Did the internet show. Anyway.
Yeah.
And so I had the radio show with him.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I wanted you to be a part of the film, because I always think he feel like after we did that show, I never called him for nothing. Even though we tried to work on a few things together, we did.
Right.
But, you know, for the most part, you was a lot of my go-to for the writing and so on and so forth. Anyway. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, so that's why I asked you to do the film with me and be the script supervisor because you said you wrote. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, all right, script, writer, script. If all she got to do is make sure the people and the words stay the same, then I don't see what's hard. What's hard about that?
It's more than that.
It is.
You know that now. But yeah, I did it. And people was like, I don't want to say it like that. And I'm like, look, they told me you got to say it like this. And this is how you're going to say it, you know? So it was good training for me. Yeah. Like,
I mean, to be honest, people don't understand that script supervisors are script continuity.
Yeah, man.
So you have the power to, you know, wait a minute, she had 3 more ice cubes in there. The last take and 2 fell. So can we put it back in there? You can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten to that point.
Because you're a script supervisor.
Yeah.
If it calls for you to have a cigarette in your hand and you reading your script and you realize your actor ain't got a cigarette, excuse me, she's supposed to have a cigarette. Script says page 72, scene 49B, that she's supposed to have.
You had me so on point though. Like that blue nail polish that I will never get over.
Picture stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the little things. And I learned a lot from the real sets. When I say real, meaning larger. Bigger sets I was on. I learned a lot watching that. And you got to learn how to eavesdrop. You got to learn how to be in the middle of stuff.
For sure. Yeah.
So, you know.
You taught me that
But I'm good where I'm at. Let me tell you something. I got some big things coming.
I know. Darling Nikki, you know Productions, what's going on?
If y'all thought my disappearing ex was selfish, it was. Because when I come back this time, see,
I don't think it was
my first few years, I was out there like, I'm for the people. I'm for the people.
And you were.
I'm going to be for the people this time. But
but you need to be for you.
A little more major, though.
We need to be for you.
Because we're going to take over. We leaving the majors behind. We're going to come out with some real stuff.
You want to talk about Darling Nikki Productions or?
So Darling Nikki Productions, she has one production under her belt, which is that's my production company, which is Pretty for a Big Girl. That was it.
Oh, okay.
I did reach out to a couple of people, and there's one guy who he probably will, if he ever sees this, he gonna be like, she full of shit, cause she hit me and was like, yo, I'm with Darling Nikki. I'm Darling Nikki. I might have some stuff we can work together. I ain't hit him back yet. It's been at least a month almost, but I have every intention. It's coming. So what Darling Nikki Productions aims to be is mainly just I won't even say financing, but mainly financing production company. So like, I want to be able to put money behind people's projects. I don't necessarily want to be attached to it. I just want to fund it.
So executive producer.
And come back. Yeah. Really I also did it so that I can for myself.
Of course.
I'm my employee.
No doubt.
So, I represent myself under my, my company. If I do any work, I pay myself through my company.
Right.
And it's a Darling Nikki production, with Darling Nikki management,
Got you.
Yeah, so my management company, they do pay me, but eventually they'll end up paying, the production company, and things like that.
You don't want to talk about any of your future work?
You
don't have to.
Don't have any future work yet.
Okay.
Not personally.
Okay.
It's things that
just
I
other
have
projects.
written. I mean, I'm still doing auditions.
Right.
And leaving myself open for things like that. But
you're doing production work though.
Production work.
Yeah. What about the sound thing?
I have something in June. I think that I've been asked to shoot. We'll see.
You were telling me about some sound
studio. Yes. Yeah. So I have a friend who has just now finished in Adobe Atmos studio.
Nice.
So he has an exclusive Adobe Atmos that's up and running now, that is available for mixing projects and things like that.
Gotcha.
I know he has some projects that he's gonna come out with, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Because this was dope, and I don't want to drag it out because we covered.
Because I'm talking too much.
No. We covered.
But you said
a lot of things.
Yeah.
Hour definitely. Yeah. But we covered a lot of things. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or?
No, man.
Okay.
I mean, it's you. I'm here to get the content and give the content. So I hope I
did too.
A little bit of wisdom.
Nah, you did for sure. I mean, you taught me some things that I didn't know.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because we talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wanted to pull some stuff out of you, and I did. So I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
If you could play a role of anyone's life, who would it be?
Listen.
Just one.
Y'all gonna think I'm crazy.
No.
I am fascinated with this
I know
lady.
you, but
ever
I don't think you're gonna,
I saw her, ever since I saw her interview, but it's this lady. Her name is Angela Simpson.
Okay.
And she killed this guy in Arizona. She tortured him for like 4 days.
I know who
lady.
You talking about.
And it's this one line that she's saying there that had me like, yeah, she crazy for real.
I know who you talking about. They interview her in jail, right?
They interview her in jail because as soon as she finished with the interview, she was like, all right, you gonna make me look good?
Yes!
Right? No, her interview is sick.
It was.
But I'm talking about her demeanor and how she did it. Like, yeah, like she gave an interview.
I know who you're talking about.
She gave that interview like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna kill anybody I want to in the world as long as they ain't black. I want to play her.
I don't think you're crazy at all.
I want to play her.
That's insane. Angela Simpson, that's her name.
Angela Simpson.
Oh my God. I got to go back and look at that interview. I did see that. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. So, but for the most
I can see that.
I don't really have a preference. I just know that I want to be, I've never been able to play the cute girl. I've never been able to play.
You didn't
I get the
play the cute girl in the lockdown?
I'm saying like, yeah, in the indie world, I did enough.
Okay.
But like, when my agent sent me out shit, that ain't what
it ain't.
You know why
do you think that is though?
Stand in the back, and then when the teacher come in, you just say, "Hey," you know what I'm saying? Like,
but why do you think that is?
It's just I'm not out there enough. I don't do it. Yeah, I don't. I got burnt out when I started taking classes, and And when my teacher tried to get me in an advanced class, I'm just telling you shit that like deterred me from the industry to where it's like I'm gonna stay in there, but I'm gonna stay in there to fuck with everybody because I'm real. And a lot of these people be out here faking.
No doubt.
But in the acting class, lady was like, "Oh no, you're really good. You know, maybe you should be in a advanced or intermediate." And she told the teacher, and the dude was like, "Nah." He was like, "Nah."
Wow.
He was like, "We'll just let her get some refreshers and then we'll do it." That's when I knew it was a money thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. You ain't about to cycle me through your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I got skills. I know I got skills.
No, you do.
I mean, I'm as arrogant enough to say I can hold my own in any platform with anybody on any level and be good. But it's a lot of shit I don't care about. And I guess I don't care about the status and the statue enough for certain things to happen. So I'll find a different avenue for me to still be a part of something great. Because do I know the person who got Grammy Awards because they played the keyboard on the Outkast song? Absolutely.
No doubt.
Could I call him right now and tell him, screenshot me your Grammys? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But do you think it matters to him that people and millions don't know who he is?
Right.
Guess what?
He got that
Grammy.
money. And the Grammy, yeah.
And he got a Grammy.
No doubt.
That's where I'm at with mine.
I feel you. I'm there.
That's where I'm at with mine. You ain't got to never know who I am.
Right.
But if I do some successful shit and my name is a part of it,
Right. No doubt.
I did it.
Thank you, Regina.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you came.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because I know it's been rough.
Let me tell you what's good for you, though. You on Tubi, in a few projects, but you on Family on Edge.
Who?
You, because I'm Family on Edge.
Really?
On Tubi. Man.
I did not know that.
So for
I know it's on Amazon.
For everybody who know why we struggling in the game is because they stole my first movie. Let's just be real. I ain't made no money off of that shit. And
I didn't know
been
that.
making money off of my shit
I did
for like
not
4
know
years.
that.
Man, listen, I got a cease and desist with the people in Ireland who had our shit on YouTube as a Family on the Edge.
No.
And got them to take it down. Yeah.
Insane. Well, on that note, I'm going to say thank y'all for joining me again on Filmmakers Lab. We are on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock. Thank you again, Regina.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. I love you.
I love you.
You my dog.
I love everybody. I do.
And that's a wrap.